I'm planning to study for STEP this morning. I'm a bit behind because yesterday I didn't do any studying for the USMLE, and I'm accountable with a classmate to do 400 Anki cards a day, so I'm going to do that. I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to make it my first thing and get it over with today. So I'm probably going to go up on the whiteboard and do a little bit until I'm tired of sanding and I'll sit back down. So I'm going to do that. So a left-sided colon cancer is going to present with stool that has blood in it. There'll be pain over here. Their stool will change in some way in character. But if it's a right-sided colon cancer, it's more subtle. They're not going to have that blood-streaked stool. Instead, they present with losing weight and with iron deficiency anemia. Pancreatitis can lead to DSC, can lead to acute respiratory distress, can cause multi-organ failure, and cause necrosis, hypocalcemia, infections, and pseudocysts. Hepatic adenomas can rupture during pregnancy. They are benign epithelial one single mass in the right lobe, most commonly found in women, and an increased risk factor if they're on birth control or they're on anabolic steroids.做乜嘢啊，婆婆？
哎呀，幾好啊！你真係乖啊，個個而家都時低冚落，係啊，
係。
冇辦法啦。
哦，OK。
多謝你打電話嚟啊。
哦，拜喎，拜。This is how many Anki cards I've done today. I said I was going to do 400 and ended up doing 682, so I'm pretty happy about that. Since I didn't do any yesterday, this is a nice way to compensate. And yeah, I was really happy. Hey guys, it's like 12:30 a.m. I finally finished my Ankis for the day. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how productive I was today. Pretty good about that. I also managed to do a little bit of research in the day, so yeah, I filmed a little bit of what I was doing. So what I was doing, I was up at the whiteboard a little bit. I use Anki on my phone and Anki mobile to do that, and then I kind of switched around, and then I switched back to using my laptop, and then hooking up to the desktop monitor, and then kind of switching it around, and then sometimes like switching back to my phone. I do like using the phone in the mobile version to be standing up, but I do find it easier to have the laptop open and be doing Anki, and if I don't understand something I can be like searching it up at the same time. So I feel like a bit of both is fine. Whatever just as my energy feels. I feel like when I was in undergrad, I used my phone more because I would go to the chalkboards and write it up. And then that was just nice because it's really hard to hold your laptop up. But yeah, I think elevating is a good idea. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna try to vlog my whole step 1 study process. So as of right now, fingers crossed, nothing changes. My USMLE study test date will be on July the 3rd. I go back to school on July the 6th, so I get to study up till then. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that after all the fuss about it get cancelled, that hopefully this date sticks. We'll see if that actually does changes next week, because I feel like everything, the situation is always changing week by week, but we can only do the best we can to study based on whatever's happening right now. So that's basically it. What else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about this book. Also, this is my outfit for today. I've always been a big reader. Since I was a kid, I used to stay up really late reading books from the library, and then my parents would try to I would get caught and I would still go read. But yeah, so I still like doing that, just try to fall asleep. Sometimes I get too into the book and then I end up staying up later than I should, but I've been reading this book lately, the Assertiveness workbook. It's actually written by a psychologist based here in Vancouver. It's really good. I definitely feel like I'm not the best at being assertive. I've definitely really grown. If I were to say that's one of the things that I've grown the most in the last 2 years, it's definitely being better able to state my opinions and stand up for myself. But yeah, it's still definitely a work in progress, and because I feel like that's a weakness of mine that I definitely causes problems for me, I want to work on that, and so that's why I picked up this book. And hopefully by the time I finish medical school, I'll have more assertiveness, and that can really help me in my interactions with my colleagues, in my personal life, and hopefully with patients. I used to avoid assertiveness because I was worried that I would be being like mean or off-putting to others and not being kind to others, but it talks about how assertiveness can actually be nice, and instead of leaving people, for example, guessing what you want, you're just like telling them, and it's actually easier for the other person. So in a way, you're not necessarily making life worse for someone else because you're being assertive. It can actually be helpful for them and less stressful for them. This can actually prevent like further conflict, or for example, if you are always not stating what you want, you can get resentment building up, and that can cause problems and stuff. And so yeah, just the idea that assertiveness can actually be nice, it's beneficial, and assertiveness is not just selfish. Also, studying that many cards and looking at my laptop for that many hours continuously has definitely given me a headache. So I thought I was gonna edit some videos or a manuscript before I went to bed, but I think I'm just gonna call it an early night and head to bed.